You know what's killing you right now? It's not the big decisions. It's not even the wrong decisions. It's the waiting. The endless loop of what if, playing in your head like a broken record. The paralysis that comes from having too many options, too much information, and not enough conviction to just move. And I get it, I really do. We're living in 2026, where you can research a decision to death, where every choice comes with 1,000 opinions, 1,000,000 data points, and the nagging voice in your head saying, but what if there's a better way? Marcus Aurelius didn't have this problem. Neither did Epictetus. They had wars, plagues, actual life or death situations. But you know what they didn't have? 17 browser tabs open comparing options. They didn't have analysis paralysis. They had something we've lost, the ability to decide and move on. Let me tell you something that changed everything for me. I spent 6 months, 6 entire months, overthinking a career move. Should I take the opportunity? Should I wait for something better? What if I regret it? What if I miss out on the perfect thing? And then one day, I read this line from Seneca. We suffer more often in imagination than in reality. 6 months of suffering, not from the decision itself, but from the thinking about the decision. The outcome didn't matter nearly as much as I thought it would. But those 6 months, I'll never get those back. That's what overthinking costs you. Not just time, energy, momentum, life itself. Here's what the Stoics understood that we've forgotten. Perfection is a trap. You're not looking for the perfect decision. You're looking for a decision, one that's good enough, made with the information you have, aligned with your values, and executed with full commitment. Epictetus said, first say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. Not think about what you have to do, not research what you have to do, not ask 17 people what they think you should do. Just do it. Because here's the truth nobody wants to hear. Most decisions are reversible. Most mistakes are fixable. Most wrong choices teach you more than right ones ever could. But indecision, that's permanent. Every day you don't choose is a day you've chosen fear. Now, I'm not saying be reckless. I'm not saying ignore information or act impulsively on every whim. The Stoics weren't impulsive, they were decisive. There's a massive difference. Marcus Aurelius ran an empire. He had advisors, information, competing interests. But when it was time to decide, he decided, and then he lived with it. No regret, no second guessing, just action, adjustment, and forward momentum. He wrote in his meditations, do everything as if it were the last thing you were doing in your life. Not because you should be dramatic about your choices, but because you should be present in them, fully committed, all in. When you're overthinking, you're living in the future, in some imaginary scenario where you have more information, more clarity, more certainty, but that future never comes. There's always one more thing to consider. So let me give you a framework, something practical you can use right now. The Stoic Decision Protocol. Step 1, define what you control. Most of your anxiety around decisions comes from factors you can't control. The economy, other people's reactions, future circumstances you can't predict. Strip all that away. What can you actually control? Your values, your effort, your response. Focus there. Step 2, set a decision deadline. Parkinson's law says work expands to fill the time available. The same is true for decisions. If you give yourself unlimited time to decide, you'll take it. Give yourself a deadline, 24 hours, 3 days, whatever's appropriate, but make it real. Write it down, honor it. When that deadline hits, you decide, period. Step 3, use the 10-10-10 rule. This comes from Susie Welch, but it's pure Stoic wisdom. How will you feel about this decision in 10 minutes? 10 months? 10 years? Usually in 10 minutes, you'll feel relief that you finally decided. In 10 months, you probably won't even remember what you were stressed about.